Hello, my lovelies. Genio here, the author with no last name. And it's time for another episode of Let's Play Eastshade. The last time in Eastshade, we helped Nessa with her balloon, and we found another hot spring, and we also solved the mystery of Lady Samira's box. Or rather, it was not her box. It belonged to Victor. So we have one commission left. So it's called A Cave of Ice. The university would like to request an artist's visualization of the ice cave currently being excavated in the area known as Ocean's Last Breath. We would like an idea of what this cave may look like before official reports arrive. So we have not, that is the only indication in the game that you need to find this area called Ocean's Last Breath. We don't really have too much more bluffs to explore, so let's take this path, which we have not taken because we went the other way. So this path over here, I believe, leads to the gorge. And this path will lead down. It leads through this interesting, very large natural archway, in case you're interested in painting it. And let's find out where Vilmore's arch leads us. So basically, we're looking hopefully to go down to this one area over here that looks a little sandy. So maybe it's another beach? But, I mean, we really don't have too much else to do other than turn in our, and the trail just disappears. Gotta love that. Look at these lovely, pretty plants. This logo of bush flowers here. Just to turn in our hot springs thing so we can get a pass to the top of the Nava building in Nava. I did go and turn in those commissions that we did, just in case they were glitched, and I had to go back and redo them. Fortunately, they weren't glitched, so, just probably do the mountain first, I guess, and then do Mother's painting. I don't know, it's very, very weird. Very, very weird what they were doing. You can turn it in, even if you have, as long as you have one of Mother's paintings and one of these snowy mountains, I guess you can turn them both in. Now, there is supposed to be a way down here. Where is it? Ah, here it is. We have some stairs cut into the rock. They're very nice stairs. Again, someone spent a lot of time forming these stairs and out here in the middle of nowhere. So here we are at another beach. So this is called Black Paw Beach. And it's sunshiny in the morning, and you can see the windmills of the bluff over there. But we can also see some very cold-looking icebergs that might as well be mountains. So let's see where we need to go. So, can we get up past the icebergs, get out onto open water here, and hit R, just so it will be faster than us holding down the forward key all the time. So steer with A or D or the left and right arrow keys. You will not be steering with the camera on this one. That's for certain. So we're going up through here, and different lighting through the day makes these things look really neat, honestly. But this is actually some really nice ice textures and assets here. It looks really cool. but we're headed up the coast to the north to try to find this ocean's last breath where the university has sent an expedition to the chilly cold. I don't know, that does not sound like my cup of tea, but, you know, as an owl person, I suppose we can fluff our feathers and just get on with it. So we have yet another shipwreck. There are lots of shipwrecks around here. Which is kind of neat. I mean, you can get a nice, ooh, well, pardon me while I say, I say you're not going to, you can get a kind of a good look at it as you go past with your camera. And then, so the casting shadows here on the water, which is a very nice dark color. Very bright. Snow is the reason why I buy sunglasses. Usually not the sun itself, like not summertime. Usually when I'm caving in and buying sunglasses, it's because I'm somewhere where it's sunny out and there is snow on the ground. And I just can't take it. I have some rather dark greenish eyes here, so green hazel, and so it's not too bad, but I mean, down here in Florida, I do like to wear my sunglasses all the time when I go out, but up north, when I lived up north, it was definitely more of a, I have my sunglasses for winter and not for summer. So here we are at this kind of like snow beach. Let's get up, stops the automatically running. Even though, let's pack up our little reed boat. I don't know what we look like with our reed boat, our big raft. And here we are, we're at, there is a bunch of tents. So this is the excavation site here at, I suppose we could call this Ocean's Last Breath here. And there doesn't appear to be anybody around at the moment. What is going on here? Oh, but there is the usual cleanup of everybody's leaving canvas and boards around for me, But they have a big reed boat with a box in it, a shovel, some tents, oh, and a box with the university's logo on it. It must be the university's logo. And, oh, here's a book. Property of C.D.R. Lilania. Week 14. 14. Wow. Okay, continuing our excavation of the glacier, we discovered what appears to be the entrance of a collapsed tunnel. We've also found some ancient carvings in the ice. Most of the time, my ears are frozen and my fur thick with icicles. I don't know how anyone ever managed to live here. Week 16. The nights continue to grow stranger. We've taken to scheduling watches. Last night, Fadir swore he saw a figure standing atop the glacier across the bay. As he watched, the thing stretched its arms out wide, growing larger and shrieking. Fadir called out and the person fell forward, dropping off the glacier. I woke up to Fadir screaming in a state of panic, but in the confusion we couldn't tell if the figure hit the water. This morning we took the boat to look for a body, but there was nothing. I can't help but think Fadir was just having a nightmare, but part of me isn't so sure. Creepy! End of week 16. I'm writing this by firelight. I don't think it's safe here. Mira has been talking to someone invisible whenever she thinks we're not listening. Fadir continues to talk of figures in the night and insists we're all going to die. I shouldn't let him keep watch anymore. I could have ignored most of this, but now all around us I hear whispers. They're soft and gentle, but every so often one voice screams, a horrible twisted sound that echoes across the ice. I think we need to leave here. Just what we needed to end our story. a little bit of creepy horror thrown into this lovely land of ice and snow. I, but, but, but somebody is digging. Somebody is digging. Okay. Alrighty then. We've got a couple bears here digging with the cart nearby. Some more university boxes. Okay. Digging, digging, digging.
Hello! Are you from the university? Are you here to relieve us?
You don't need to sound so relieved. I'm just a traveler, or you work with the university. You work with the university.
We're a research team for the University of Nava, excavating these glaciers in search of an ancient cavern. Records show this place might have been extremely important for early inhabitants. But the progress has been slow. We're kind of expecting the university to send someone calling the whole mission off.
Oh, why would they call it off?
We've been struggling. But I digress. I'm Commander Liliana. Nice to meet you. It's great to see a new face.
What's causing the struggle? It looks like a big project. So, what's causing your struggle?
Oh, these glaciers. So full of mystery. Look, I'm not a superstitious person. I didn't get to where I am now by believing in spirits and ghosts and the like. But the further we dig, well, things are getting eerie. Visions and sounds we can't explain. This is the reason I wrote to call off the mission. Surely there's a sensible explanation, but my crew has other notions. It's driving a wedge between us, undoubtedly.
That sounds awful. Or what do you think it is? You never know with ghosts. Personally, I would go with you never know with ghosts, but I'd rather ask what she thinks it is.
We've been out here in complete isolation for months. It's freezing. We work all day, and the winds howl constantly at night. I think it's easy to feel like we're being haunted. And now, just as we reach the cavern entrance, the tunnel collapsed again, blocking us out. No way to tell how bad the damage is. To top it off, I made the stupid call to leave the artifact bins in there last night. We might have lost everything. Months of progress, lost in a single night. We're at our wits' end, that's for sure.
I'd like to see, I want to help. I'd like to see the tunnel. I'm glad I'm not you. Oh. Well, I am glad I'm not you, but I would like to see the tunnel.
We can arrange that, but let's plan for tomorrow. It's been a long day already, and the crew will be wrapping up soon. We have a supply tent I'm sure you could squeeze into.
I have my own tent. Okay, that will be fine. Actually, I don't like the sound of this. I'm gonna go, okay, that will be fine, because I technically don't have my own tent right now.
I'll sort the tent out for you. In the meantime, why don't you get to know the crew a little better? They'd appreciate seeing a new face.
So, Captain Liliana's gonna go sort out a tent for us so we can stick around for a little bit. Yes. If you do tell her you have a tent, she's like, haha, not for this weather, you don't. And I have to give her points there because it's just made out of flimsy canvas. Good for rain, not good for snow. So, the tent, the tunnel has collapsed. Ooh. Okay, we officially have enough materials from this area alone to make another canvas for the commission that we're supposed to be doing, that we did not tell Liliana about for some reason. Anyway, so here's the tunnel that has been blocked off. It looks kind of more like a natural avalanche of snow to me, but maybe, they think they're being haunted. Always try to find the natural explanations first, and then go for the super preternatural explanations, which apparently there are none, according to the one niece of Aunt Helena there, who's been down in those under the Tiffmore ruins so many times and never seen a single ghost, so,
Had a chat with Commander Liliana, did you? She managed to recruit you yet?
Hello, Fadir. Kind of. I'm going to stay the night. I heard about the hauntings, so kind of.
Maybe you can take my spot and I'll head back to Nava.
I heard about the hauntings.
Right. There are records of an ancient spirituality in the area. It seems to me that we might have struck a curse by opening this tunnel.
You mean magic? That seems unlikely. Shouldn't you leave the tunnel closed then? Yeah.
If it's a curse, then we've already been cursed. Best thing to do now is find a way to break that curse.
Well, good point. How would you reverse curse?
The texts on this area of the world are sparse. There is some information that hints heavily at curses, but I haven't found much on how to reverse them.
It all sounds creepy.
I'll tell you, we're all very much looking forward to getting away from here. As exciting as the cavern find may be, I just don't get a good feeling from it. Mira's been having an especially hard time with everything. She specializes in glaciology, and, well, Liliana is worried that Mira should have been able to foresee the cave-in. They had a falling out this morning. Not that I should be telling you any of this, but we're worried about her. I think it'd be great for her to see a new face. We're all starting to get under each other's skin.
I'll do my best.
She walked up to the northern shore. It's a nice place to take a break. Seems less cursed, I guess.
Poor Fadir. He kind of feels stuck in the middle. He's the one who has, who's got the, he knows about, the carvings and stuff and the stories of the area. Well, Liliana's in charge, and then we have this girl, this other bear girl, I guess. I was going to assume she's a bear. I don't see where they would send anybody but a bear up here to, who's in charge of the structure of the ice and, should have foreseen the cave-in. And I don't know if that's really fair or not. But here is a nice, lovely little northern shore, which actually is really nice looking. I mean, a good place to have a good think, if you need a think. Alright. Let's...
Hello? Are you real?
Yes, Mira, I'm real. I'm real. I'm a traveler.
Oh, dear. Well, that shows you what state I'm in. I didn't expect to see a tourist all the way out here.
I heard about the hauntings. You're seeing demons? Oh, how weird. I heard about the hauntings.
Yeah, this is one creepy place. Best day of my life when I set foot on this big old block of ice. But now, I really wish we'd never come at all.
Because of the demons?
Who told you that? Was it Fadir? He's always butting into things.
I don't judge you. I believe you. I'd like to help. It sounds crazy to me. I'd like to help.
My grandmother told me about spirits that haunt people who make bad choices. I always thought she was just getting me to behave. But what if it's real?
Well, there is a thing about mother stories being, you can add them kind of like, the power of belief. Does the belief create magical beings, magic from gods, or do gods create magic beings and, belief? So, it could go either way. Or is that too much philosophy for a Let's Play? So what did you do wrong?
What, in my whole life? A lot of things. But since we've been here, nothing. Well, I stole Liliana's dessert rations.
Gotta
Tell
have
me,
some.
what would you suggest I do about the thing that won't stop talking to me?
Fight it with everything you've got. Find out what it wants, or just ignore it. So the only thing... Okay. Game aside. Fighting things of this nature tend to make things worse. If you can find out what it wants, you can, in general, either come to a compromise with it or, figure out how to make it go away. But if it is too powerful and it is too much of a negative entity, then you have to call in an expert and get rid of it one way or the other. But, so, just ignoring it is not really an option. So, first let's start with the benign answer. Find out what it wants.
Okay, I know you're just trying to be helpful, but I actually don't feel like talking about it anymore. It's a lot to deal with.
I have another question.
What did you want to ask about?
The dig.
We're trying to access an important cavern inside the ice, but someone, or something, doesn't want us to find it.
What do you mean?
Strange things have been happening ever since we got here. This place is just creepy.
Yeah, can I ask
What did you want to
else?
ask about?
Yes, icy places that don't have any sort of wildlife and your wind's ripping about, they can be creepy. Vidir.
Vidir's a historian and an archaeologist. He was one of my professors at university. He thinks there's a curse springing on the demons. He has all kinds of ideas to break the curse. But I think they're just making things worse.
Liliana?
Liliana is our commander. She says she doesn't hear any of the voices or see any of the creepy things we do, but I think she's lying. She's just trying to protect us.
And you'd be right. Alright,
Bye.
Bye. Alright, so we've now talked to everybody at the camp. Everybody is feeling a little out of sorts. So we've talked, Amanda Liliana has shared her strange experiences. Vidir believes the team is cursed. And Mira, we don't have any answers yet. So, Journal says to go back to Captain Liliana, which, is the only thing left to do. So, doesn't really need the Journal to prompt me to do that. Not much to do out here on this glacier. Unless you want to take some paintings. Take some pictures. Do some paintings. So yes, if you want to do some paintings of, say, like, Captain Liliana here at the tent, in the daylight, now is actually the time. This is actually one place you cannot come back to with the Mountain Wort tea. And the bears after this will only come back to the tents at night. So if you want to have a nice portrait of here, Captain Liliana, I need to make a new canvas. Oops. Make a couple canvases here. So if you want to have a picture here of, Liliana sitting at her table in the daylight. Come on. Yeah, now's the time to... Well... Now's the time to do it. I mean, or, you could wait until after the eclipse is over, but, this is good lighting too, I guess. Or you can, if you don't like this, you can wait until after it's over, and yeah, we might want to redo that. I don't know. The eclipse. The sun going behind the earth. I mean, you can run around. So this is what I mean by how, during the eclipse portion of the day, the ice turns like this really nice aqua greeny color, and with the sky being pink and all, it's very nicely contrasted. and the glacier will really stand out. So if you want to take some pictures of that, let's run back to where Mira is, so you can, real quick, just so you can see a good, kind of like a good view. I mean, it's harder to see the interior glow of the glacier, but you can see how like that glacier over there off in the distance is it's also, you know, kind of aqua-y. Some of the glaciers look more purple, some of them look more blue. So it's basically trying to find, you know, if you wanted to do some paintings, it's finding the best time to make them, you know. Mira sitting over here now, looking very apprehensive in her layered wool outfit, or at least I hope it's wool. So yes, and you can watch as the sun comes back out behind Earth there, the moon of Earth. Are we on the moon or is it? I don't know. And you can watch how the light changes the colors of the different glaciers as it changes. And you can, you know, go back and you can decide whether or not, you know, you liked that previous painting, or if you want to paint over it. Another painting of Captain Liliana, you know, with bright white lighting. You know, and you know, there's that shadow right here. You know, it really just depends. Just like I said, there's just a couple places that it's really hard to get back into after, you know, you've been there. Actually, the lighting isn't too bad there, so I'm not going to redo it. Lighting looks nice, but you can see how pretty the different color tints are.
I think I managed to make enough space for you in the tent. Might be a little cozy, though. It's yours to use when you're ready.
Thanks. So they have a chess set and a terracotta pitcher here. And her book is now closed, and obviously, you know, there should be a fire, but there's not. So let's this is one where you don't get a choice of when you wake up. Yeah, that's a little creepy. So it is now 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning, and we've heard some whispers.
What's going on?
Mira ran inside the tunnel. She was screaming her head off and just went in.
What? We can't go in there.
I tried to stop her. We don't have a choice now.
Oh my gods, how is this happening?
Well, that's not good. And they're not gonna talk to you, so it's time to go into the tunnel. And I don't blame you if you save at this point, okay? And decide, maybe this is not for me. But somehow the tunnel has been excavated. Look how pretty and sparkly this hole is. I shouldn't go in there alone. It's not safe. Okay. Well, Mira's in there. We need to go in there to check Mira. Okay. Let's see if I can get...
They both just ran into the tunnel! I can't believe this is happening!
I heard voices. Tens of voices, all whispering so loudly my brain felt like it would burst. I came out here to check on you all and saw Mira running off to the tunnel. She got through the rubble and now she's in there.
Why would she do that?
She yelled something about finding out what they want and just ran right in.
Oops.
It's not safe in there. I don't know why we're still standing here. I'm going in after her.
Okay.
Okay. Fedir has lost his mind too.
We should go with him.
You should go first.
Thanks a lot!
Nope, we're going in. Let's move. That's an order.
Okay. Fine. Be that way, both of you. So yeah, the game is glitched right there. It doesn't tell you that you're supposed to talk to them. But yes, once you talk to them, you can now go into the sparkly cave. Look how sparkly this is. Oh, so pretty and sparkly. So sparkly. Oh no. Oh, no. No. Oh, dear. This is, I can't, I'm getting slower. The walls are wiggly. This is not fun. No. Oh, no. They're going towards the light. Going towards the light. Ah, what is going on? Oh, and I'm falling asleep. Well, this is strange. So we are now awake again, supposedly, and there's a big bubble up there and no way back. Not good. So in front of us is an arch, and we've got 3 towers here. And it looks like this is not a cave, it looks like an open area. Oh, and there's another bubble thing. And I wonder if it looks any different in high definition. And we got a bunch of mushrooms. Then maybe that's part of the problem. And we have these towers. So let me whoa. Yes, you can fall off this walkway pretty easily. So let's take some pictures because again, this is an area you will not be able to come back to. So take pictures if you want to take pictures. So we've got these mushrooms over here, and everything's got this kind of fuzzy feel, and we've got some water. I don't really want to go into this water, but I don't feel like we have much of a choice. Okay, here is the point where I'm going to stop pretending like I have done this. This is the first time I've done this. Welcome to the most frustrating part of the game. So we have these boxes, which I take are the artifact boxes of the expedition. And we've got some floating candles, and we have this flame. And if you look at upwards at the flame, now that we're right underneath it, you can kind of see that there is a circle. So we need to be able to interact with the flame. And the only way we can interact with the flame is by building a stair of boxes. Now, if you think this sounds quite ridiculous, yeah, yep, yes, you have it right. It is utterly ridiculous. And so this is why I call it the most frustrating part of the game. It is it is really easy to not get it right. We're not right underneath it. We need to be underneath it right the first time. So you need the bottom box to be underneath the flame. Once you can get it underneath the flame, that's kind of like your point of reference for, okay, that's good. So you got about 8 boxes, and you don't need all of them, which is thank God. But you need to make a step stair. And it's a step stair that you can actually use. Because if you don't make the step stair properly, shit. Yeah, and it does that a lot. That's why this is the most frustrating part of this game, is that you can accidentally pick up the bottom box once you pick up the other box. And you need to get at this at the proper angle. But you want to make a spiraling kind of step stair underneath the flame. And we are not underneath the flame. So this is not going to be good. And The best way to know you're underneath the flame is by the reflection on box. There we go. We are now under the flame. So this is going to take a bit, and make sure you always hit the right top of your box. The right box. It's too far. It's too little. All right, and so pick that up again. We didn't approach this at the correct angle. That's too far over. You want to make sure your bottom ones are they don't need to be huge stairs, the bottom ones, because you're trying to make the bottom stable. So I do not think I'm going to get this right the first time. I didn't get it right the first time. So what you're trying to do is you're trying to approach this at the proper angle to make a stair, and hope you don't get it too far over. You get it too far over. Okay. And it will kind of knock everything off. So what you're trying to do, remember, you're trying to approach this at the angle, the right angle, correct angle, to make a stair. There we go. Okay, so now we have 3 stairs, and the angle we need to approach it from has changed. So we need to have that part of the box here be free. Alright, so there. Now we have 4 stairs. And that is the corner we need. Alright. Always don't be afraid to back up and go, what corner do we need free before you approach the stair? Alright, need that corner. You gotta come at it like so. And when it gets taller like this, you can start to see better where you can drop the box. Okay, so here we are. I think we've got it right. No, we don't have it right. We don't have the top right. Let's see if I can jump up there and grab the top one real quick without knocking things down. Okay, so you see we've got the first stair right. We've got the second stair right. Yeah, we do not have this stair right, okay? But, so we needed to come at it from this direction. There we go. Now we've got that stair right. Alright, so we have 5 stairs proper. If I get this right the first time, it will be a fucking miracle. So, hopefully, if we have number 6, the key to this is to not tip over your stair. Yep. See? You see? You see how that is? We didn't tip it over completely, but we did manage to knock down half of it. Alright. See? See how easy it overbalances? Okay. Frustrating. Alright, that's what you gotta do. Alright, so the bottom is still good. Let's see. Come at it from the angle we need. It's just making sure, you actually have... Fine. The second box is now the bottom box. Just because you annoyed me. So we're going to be here a while. Because you cannot leave this area of the game until you create your steps there. Don't be afraid to make it, a little more solid if you have to. The point is you need to, make sure that it's not gonna tip over. Yeah, it's gonna tip over. Always approach it from that angle. Even if it's thin, tiny, thin thing, as long as you can get it right. And that's too far over, so there we go. See? So here we go, we've gotten it back to 3. Let's grab 4 again. And then just kind of remember which angle we're supposed to hit. Come at it from. Right. Got it? Right. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes, and it's gonna feel like insanity. Didn't we just do this? Yes, you just did this. Let's pick that up a little and bring it forward just a bit. No, that's too far. I think you're going, this is insanity. Yes, it is. Doesn't it feel like insanity? Alright, number 5. Okay, so we've gotten that. So we need to have up, up. There we go. Is it too far over? No, it's not too far over. Let's see if we can. I think we might need 6, but the point is, can you jump up to them? Oh, okay, that time 5 worked. So 5 worked. Twice. It only took twice. Waking up. Something went wrong. And look, there's our pilot. And we... Wow. There's a hole in this.
Hey, are you alright? It seems we've all had a bout of hallucinations. I think you might have managed to save us somehow.
Well, what did I do?
When I came to, I found you here, next to all our artifact bins. I thought maybe you were trying to build some kind of shield, but you must have stacked them up, and that hole, of course, it's a vent. When you pulled out those ice chunks, all the spores dissipated.
Spores?
Look at all this icy fungus. Fedir just identified it as a highly potent hallucinogen. We must have been breathing in the spores while we were digging. And that led to some powerful experiences. Mine was about 4 golden owls, leading me down a path to... Well, it doesn't matter.
I never want to go through that again. These are pretty neat mushrooms, and how's your crew? How's the crew?
Better than they've been in a long, long time. You don't know how relieved I am that it wasn't a curse or a wild flock of demons. Mira and Fedir nearly had me convinced.
Well, you are the rationalist.
To think, we've been making our situation worse with every step forward. I'm not sure how you knew what to do, but I'm glad you were able to air out the spores. Thanks to you, we survived and even managed to recover the artifacts.
I'm just glad we survived. So we have now completed our artifacts. So, in looking around the cave, so once again, if you want to take any pictures of your stair box, better do it now. But the people, the university wanted a commission of all of the cave. They wanted an artist rendering of what we think it would look like, and so we can do that. We can give them something with this pretty ice carving and the mushrooms. I mean, that looks like a good one to me. So we have a cave of ice completed. There we go. And so it's a bunch of mushrooms, spores, with giving everybody hallucinations. I don't know whether to be relieved or what.
Thanks for running in there after my crew. The existence of this cavern is amazing enough, but the discovery of the spores is going to help solve some big historical questions.
What will you do now, and good luck.
We have lots to do now. I'm going to write back to the university immediately to inform them of our findings.
Okay, good luck. Good luck with that. But yes, so it was all just a bunch of mushroom spores. Once again, always, rule out the rational before you go to the irrational explanations. Mushroom spores are very rational, but why would you think of mushroom spores in a frozen glacier? Which is actually possible. I don't know if it'd be so possible they'd be releasing them into the air, but possible.
I suppose it makes sense that all the visions were from cave spores. Can't believe I didn't see it sooner. I guess the spores were what made me think it was a curse. Yes, that must be it. Imagine a real-life curse. Anyway, it'll be nice to do some actual research for once. We'll have to get some coverings for our faces to ensure there are no more curse-like experiences.
How on the boat, the old monkey, there was one of the monkey folk, who was sitting there going, they used to wear cloth coverings over their faces? Maybe this is why.
Oh, it's a trove of knowledge in there. The study will answer a lot of questions about early Eastshadians.
Okay. I love how they act like this place is so much bigger than it actually is. And...
mushrooms? Ugh, I've always hated mushrooms. I really thought that demon would be the end of me.
You're safe now.
I ran in here last night to find out what the demon wanted. I guess that wasn't really the best choice looking back, but I'm glad everything got sorted out. Thanks for the advice.
I'm glad you're feeling better.
Now the real research can begin.
Indeedy. So, let's see if she has anything else
to say. Now the real research can begin.
Nope. So, here we are. 3 bears, a cave, and a very large stack of artifacts. Oh my gosh. What a thing. What a thing. Alright, we can now get out of here. The sparkly cave. So this is actually one area you cannot just walk back to and use mountain or tea from. So we want to go back to Nava. We're going to have to take our boat, go back to the bluffs, and then go from there. But I'm just glad it was mushroom spores, not a real spiritual entity, because mushroom spores are a lot easier to deal with than actual spiritual entities. Alright, so before we sign off, or I sign off, I do want to give you one more tip where I don't pretend I haven't played the game before. So, you can actually go around the whole western reaches here. We're kind of up in this. We're right up here at the very top of the map, where the blue glacier mountains hiding behind these big rocky mountains. That's where we are. That we are at Ocean's Last Breath. So you can go around the northern eastern part of Eastshade, and always take, if you're given an option, always take the left-hand course. You can go around it, and you can end up back at the Quick Hoof Coast, or you can go all the way down to the Salt Spring Coast, whichever one, makes you feel better. There is nothing really amazing or secret around that kind of area. I mean, it's just a bunch of ice. There's like an ice cave that you can go through if that's your cup of tea. But it's nothing really amazing. It's not gonna, get you back to Nava really any faster. It's like a good 15-20 minute boat ride, I think. So next time we will pick back up in Nava, because we have basically 5 things left to do. Here, turn in our stuff for the Elixir of Life and get our pass to the top of Nava, and turn in that final commission, and that will fill up our mother's last wishes. And all we need to find out is about what's going on at the abandoned tower, and this architect Lindau, where did he go? I wonder if that's related to finish up our 5 remaining journal quests. So thank you for listening. Bless. Take care of yourselves. Stay safe. And I'll see you in the next, and probably last, Let's Play through Eastshade.